Nigeria's anti-graft agency, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), is under the spotlight as 16 state governments are challenging the constitutionality of the laws establishing it and other anti-corruption agencies like the ICPC. The country's Supreme Court has now fixed October 22nd for the hearing of their suit. The case was originally filed by the Kogi state, but 15 other states have since joined the suit as co-plaintiffs. Reacting to this, lawyer and public affairs analyst Ajadi says the governor supporting this suit are signaling a reluctance to be held accountable. Speaking on TV360's flagship program, the 360, Ajadi emphasized that the EFCC represents the Nigerian government's commitment to ensuring accountability. According to him, the governor's lack of accountability could undermine the country's socio-political development.
The governors who have supported this are sending a signal to the wider country that they do not want to be accountable, because I don't see how they would imagine that a commitment of the federal government to making people accountable is something that they should challenge. But anyway, let's look at that. This is a different perspective. There's some very important points to make out is that the Constitution is clear. I think it's Section 14.2 that says that the federal government is set up for the I think well-being of Nigerians, something to that effect. I can't say it off the top of my head. And essentially, on welfare of Nigerians. And essentially, it can be argued that corruption is some of the things that damage the welfare of Nigerians, and the overwhelming responsibility of the government to do that. The second thing is that the state governments have not also supported the federal government's effort to make their legislatures independent, to make local governments independent, to make the judiciary of the states independent, at least financially independent, so that they can be accountable in the states. So there is that second element. So this means that it seems that these are not good faith interventions, but protection of current executives who might feel themselves to be accountable to the EFCC. The question is, has the EFCC been effective in holding them to account? And I would say that's to a level, but it has not been as effective as it could be if the state governments add constitutions and add institutions that are independent of the executive to the point that the executive is accountable within their states. So, I mean, intellectually, they have some interesting arguments that could carry the day. But the fundamentals is that it undermines the socio-political and socio-economic development of Nigeria for the state governments not to be accountable, because they're already imperial and impervious to any systems that holds them to account. And they seem to get away with anything they can. And I think it would be to our detriment fundamentally. But of course, this thing is still before the Supreme Court.